Hey, my topic is church and culture, and I want to answer three questions, and each of these deserves a lot more time than we'll give them today, but I'm pretty excited about this. And the three questions I want to answer is, can the church impact culture? Should the church impact culture? And how in the world does the local church or the global church, international church, go about impacting culture? And the answer to the first question in terms of can the church impact culture is absolutely the church can impact culture. We know this from history. Sandra and I had the unique opportunity just last week of being in Italy. I didn't even really want to go to Italy. She was dying to go to Italy. It was her 40th birthday last year, so we're a year late, and I took her to Italy. And it was a phenomenal trip, and I could have spent a month in Rome, and if you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. And as I was thinking about this topic, because Gabe and I have been talking about this for a long time, and honestly, I've had to wrestle through the issue of what's the responsibility of the church as it relates to culture, and I've gone back and forth and back and forth. And as I walked through Rome, I was overwhelmed with the encouraging thought that, yes, in fact, the church can impact culture. And I just want to show you three quick pictures if I can make this work. Let's see if this works. This is ancient Rome. You can actually go to Rome and walk through like where Nero lived and where all the Senate did what all the Senate did. And right down the road from ancient Rome, this is where Paul was marched through, where Paul was imprisoned in this area, all kinds of things. This was the epicenter of the persecution of the church. Down the street is the Colosseum. And then the amazing thing, I don't know if you can see this picture very well or not, when you go to the Colosseum now, hanging over the gate where the emperor entered the Colosseum is a cross. This is the door. There's all these doors and they would number them, except they didn't put a number by the door where the emperor entered the Colosseum. The Colosseum where slavery was celebrated, where death was celebrated, where persecution of Christians and martyrdom was celebrated. And now when you go to the Colosseum, you walk under this giant cross to enter the Colosseum. Do you know what that means? That means it's possible for the church to impact culture, because I imagine, and you don't have to use much of an imagination, I imagine if 2,000 years ago we had found Christians huddling in the corners of the catacombs in ancient Rome and said, hey, what are the odds that your little itty-bitty belief system, this knockoff of Judaism, this dead Nazarene, this Jewish carpenter, what are the odds of this little itty-bitty belief system that's being persecuted and stamped out? What are the odds that one day they're going to hang a cross over the entrance to the Colosseum where your brothers and sisters and children are being fed to lions? Those Christians would have said the odds are zero. And yet today, when you drive around the streets of Rome, it just reeks, it just speaks of Christianity. This is an amazing and encouraging thought to me. The church can impact culture. And you may not like the way that church has impacted that culture, but it can happen.